let's get straight into these week 2 games, Devin. First game, Brandon sold us out. He told us they were gonna do it. He told us they were gonna get it done. And
Oh, what a little bitch, dude.
Green Bay loses to Atlanta 24-25. Now, Green Bay was up 13 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
They sell. They completely sell. Atlanta had no business being in this game. Green Bay, I mean, I was watching that game and I was like, huh. I was like, all right, I guess
And
Brandon's. Go ahead.
Jordan Love looked decent.
I was saying, like, I think Brandon's got some shit to talk. Like, he can come out here and talk some shit. Jordan Love, 151, 3 touchdowns, no picks. I mean, they definitely missed Aaron Jones.
Big time.
Top rusher, 55 yards. A.J. Dillon. Bijan Robinson, another 124 yards. I mean,
Well, he took over that game.
He is a offensive rookie of the year.
Immediately.
He is my offensive rookie of the year. He's a lot of people's offensive rookie of the year. But
already.
So we got a 2. Oh, okay. So New Orleans scores with 3 minutes 14 seconds left. They're winning this game. That's locked in. You can lock.
I forgot that game started an hour earlier.
Yeah, and we got the Browns and Steelers going at halftime. So let's get back into the games that were played. The NFC North sucks. Green Bay sold. Atlanta is 2-0.
What the fuck is that, dude?
Atlanta.
Well,
is 2-0.
who did they? Who was their week 1?
Atlanta week 1 they beat Carolina, I believe.
All right, so.
Yeah. They beat Carolina.
They're 2-0 ish.
They're 2-0 ish. That is a great way to put it. Buffalo versus Vegas.
Thank God, Josh Allen came out and slung the fuck out of the rock, dude.
38-10. Like I said, Vegas sucks. Josh Allen.
I think Josh Allen was like 34 or 37 or something.
Yeah, 31 of 37, 274, 3 touchdowns. James Cook with 123 yards. Wild. I mean, the Raiders do not have anything going.
Jimmy G was horrendous.
Jimmy G is a bad quarterback.
He's really bad.
He's not good at football. I mean, plain and simple. So I'm glad the Bills could come out and not put on such a shitty performance like they did in week 1. And put their chest out. So we're not.
Well, they were just playing by the script. The Jets had to win that game.
See, but the Jets, I don't know.
With Aaron out there or not,
Jets should have 100% lost that game.
1,000%.
Them boys 2-0 in the AFC North. Don't at me. Don't do that.
Don't start getting all these fucking Cowboys fans all hyped up and fruity and shit. Get out of here.
I'm talking about the Ravens.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about the fucking Cowboys.
I said AFC North. I said 2-0. I'm talking about. I didn't
even hear you say AFC North.
Not the boys. Them boys. 2-0 in the AFC
North.
No,
them boys is
them boys.
Not them boys is the Cowboys.
It's not them boys, period. It was them boys 2-0 in the AFC North.
Yeah, I missed the AFC North part. I scoffed at you beforehand.
I'll
2-0.
I'll get to Dallas, but Ravens.
I said I forgot what I said, but I said that Cincinnati was either going to start like shit or they were just not going to be good all season.
Okay.
I think you guys are basically a for sure lock to win this division. Sans other problems, which I pray not to happen. But yeah, Cincinnati sucks. Y'all looked pretty decent out there.
Pretty decent out there. Lamar, 237, 24 for 33, 2 tutties, 0 interceptions. Gus out there, 62 yards. We had Nelson Aguilar out there balling.
And
63
you know
yards.
where Lamar looked better? In his, game management. He didn't look phased at all. He wasn't sort of rolling around in the pocket looking for a run necessarily. He was he was reading well. He was making the right throws. He was putting balls out of bounds when he needed to. He wasn't just fucking around out there.
He took 0 sacks the entire game.
No shit.
No sacks.
That's fucking. See, dude.
No sacks the entire game.
Why?
We let Cincinnati creep in a little bit.
A little bit, but
But
it never felt like y'all had lost control of the game ever.
dude, it felt good. Like even when it's like okay, it was 13-10 and a half.
Yeah.
But I was like, I felt
No,
really
like
good.
they had no momentum. You could see that they had no running game working.
Mm.
Mixon wasn't doing shit, and then Burrow. I mean,
We have a red zone interception.
yeah.
Just Nelson Aguilar, they're balling. Zay, Mark's first game.
Mark had some drops early in the
He
game,
had some
but after
drops,
that,
but
he locked it.
he locked in, and Lamar was making some throws.
Lamar was making
Lamar was making
Lamar
some
to
throws.
that touchdown pass to what's his dick? Who caught that ball? Was that Zay?
Are you talking about the touchdown pass or just that ball to Zay?
The touchdown pass to Zay over his shoulder.
Oh, yes, bro. Yes. You're talking about Nelson.
That was Nelson. That was Nelson. Okay.
That ball that
Dude.
just floats perfectly into Nelson's arm.
Did not need to move or turn or anything. It hit him in the fucking beautiful drop.
And what did I say?
You said Lamar's going to come out as a much better passer, and they're going to be tossing that rock.
I said that, but what have I been saying all offseason about one specific player who went out with an ankle injury in this game?
Went out with an ankle injury.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the second quarter. Odell Beckham Jr. will not return. I'm like, bro, are you already? We're already doing this?
The craziest thing was the announcers. Now, number one, the announcers were blowing y'all the whole game.
Should like they
no. I meant I don't know how to use new words. I meant the other way.
Oh,
they were blowing.
They were hating on
Cincinnati. Yeah.
Oh, well,
and then
they always see. I wasn't really listening to this shit, but sorry.
No, I meant that they weren't. They were blowing fucking Cincinnati, and when Odell went out, they're like, oh, they're doing all this without Odell Beckham Jr. You're like, dude, Odell is a vanity piece to this team.
We did all this with Nelson Aguilar.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, we did this with. They're doing all this without Odell. You're like, Odell's not really a piece of this. I mean, he makes some catches. He had like what 2 or 3 catches.
Maybe a catch. Did he have? He had 3 receptions that I don't remember. I remember 8
for like 29 yards or something.
Yeah, I'm saying not much from Odell before he got hurt. An
like you said he would.
An ankle injury out for the game. So yeah, not too surprised. I mean, obviously, I hope he's good and hope he gets better. But I saw something else. Did you see what Sean McVay said about his knee?
Oh, he has no ACL.
He barely has an ACL. Like he doesn't have an ACL.
He does not have an ACL.
So he's a ticking time bomb
for a complete explosion of his knee. But who they talk about? Juju. Yes.
His knee didn't explode last night. I mean, he called. Yeah. We'll get to that. But Detroit versus Seattle.
Dude. I mean, they had a game like this last year, week 2. I think it was a similar outcome, OT shootout.
I mean, it was Geno versus Goff. It was Geno versus Jared.
Terrible defenses.
2 pretty bad defenses, but I can't tell if Seattle is just like as good as they were last year, or if we were blowing too much smoke up Detroit's ass.
Well, they both look good offensively.
Because Detroit is a team who can compete with Kansas City, but lose to Seattle.
Yes.
Which I understand. That's how it's just how the NFL goes. The 73-9 Warriors that year lost to like the 19, 20 win Lakers. Like, it's just
Yeah.
things happen and it's like weird. But and not to call the Lions anything close to the fucking
Not even
73 and 9
remote.
Warriors, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a team who's competing with the Super Bowl champs, reigning Super Bowl champs, who are it's not who are going to compete for a Super Bowl this season.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've seen so far, maybe not, but Seattle, I I kind of felt like last year was kind of a fluke, not a fluke, but like
It wasn't expected at all for fucking Gino to come out and play well, but again, they've got good receivers, um, decent receivers. You got Tyler Lockett who's put up 1,000 for a while. DK, and then Kenneth Walker had what, 2 touchdowns and a shit ton of yards.
But when you got a team where you got success and you can't really explain it, and it's not too consistent, you start to think it might be fluky.
Yes, for sure.
Now Seattle, after this season, I just touched down Carolina to Adam Thielen, who should have
Thielen,
stayed in Minnesota. Um,
fuck yeah.
I don't know. This might just be two teams who are going to be pretty competitive in the NFC.
Yeah,
Potentially.
and Chauncey Gardner
Chauncey
potentially out for the
Gardner
season, torn
tears his
pec.
pec. Which
Yeah,
what the hell is that? I mean, come what?
that's a
Okay,
touchdown.
I guess. I mean, I'm
And a pec injury is not one to be fucked with. That is tough to recover from.
yeah, I'm not too pumped on the Chauncey injury. Does Carolina get this 2 point conversion?
No, I doubt it.
Oh, are you behind?
Yeah.
They get it.
Oh no, shit.
They get it. It's a 3 point game. Let's see if they get this onside kick. I would
Thielen
doubt it.
again. There we go.
I would doubt the onside kick. But who knows? We'll see. So next game, Chargers versus Titans.
Dude, no way his. All right, I can't comment on that. They got to shot. They got to stop showing his parents, dude. I'm gonna get lit up in here. That is horrific.
Chargers versus Titans.
Yeah. What the fuck was that, dude? What did I say? I say this about the Chargers all the time. All they do is lose fucking close ass games to
Bro,
shitty teams. They should
so
be 12. They should be a 12-win team every year, and they end up with 9.
Austin Eckler might have just proved his importance on a team.
Massively.
Josh Kelly, 39 yards. I mean, like, the Chargers didn't play a terrible game, but bro,
And
I don't know.
Tannehill, for whatever fucking reason.
But okay, 20 for 24, 246 yards, a tutty. Derrick Henry he was moving a little bit. Keenan Allen showed off that game.
Yeah,
Um,
playing well.
but I mean, plain and simple, Austin Eckler is a huge offensive piece for the Chargers.
Massively.
You can't just throw any running back in for Austin Eckler
No.
and say do what he does.
No. He had a massive game against Miami last week.
Exactly. So it's like
Kept him in the game.
For the Chargers to do what they did last week and us to be like, okay. Versus the Titans, they definitely have this. And to shit the bed, starting off.
And the fact that they have these weapons, and maybe if they have Austin Eckler, they win this game. But the fact that they have these weapons and they're losing games like this blows my mind. And what we were talking about last episode, Brandon Staley should be gone immediately.
The hottest.
He should be fired halfway through the season.
We got Tampa versus Chicago.
Let's go. Yeah, you said it. Well, I don't know if it was more of Justin Fields being a bum poopy of a quarterback.
Okay,
or Baker coming through and playing some decent football.
Baker Mayfield, though, came out, was making some plays, was extending some plays. He was balling 26 for 34, 317 yards. Tampa's defense looked crazy.
Yes.
Justin Fields looks awful.
Didn't they have a defensive touchdown?
I don't know. I don't believe so.
I don't know. I know that Fields got picked and maybe a fumble in there or something like that.
Defensive touchdowns. Yeah, the one intercept. Shaq. But yeah, they had a Shaq Barrett. They were way backed up He threw the pick.
Yeah.
He ran it right in.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to gas Tampa too much. I'm not going to sit here and go, haha, I told you Baker Mayfield's good. But Baker Mayfield could have easily beaten both of these teams playing shitty. And he didn't.
Sure.
He's played good both games. You got to give it to him.
Mike
And
Evans had 6 catches and what, like 170 yards,
and what is this? Mike Evans out here, which I'm not surprised, but just
2 touchdowns.
for Tampa to be in this quarterback situation, for Mike to already pretty much say I'm done with y'all, and to still be balling and still be putting up these numbers.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it
Wow.
a lot. You know what I don't like?
What's that?
The way Kansas City's been playing.
Oh, it's bad.
Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. After watching that game, okay, like they won. Okay, 17-9, they beat Jacksonville. Jacksonville should have won that game.
Big time. And
Jacksonville
Jacksonville's a decent team.
Jacksonville should have won that game. Jacksonville had 3 touchdowns caught out of bounds. There were 3 different touchdowns that they caught out of bounds that were just beautiful, beautiful throws, beautiful catches, but just happened to not have 2 feet down. Like I'm telling
God
you,
damn.
they what was it? They were 0 for 4 in the red zone, 3 touchdowns but that were out of bounds in the end zone. Jacksonville, they're 1-1. They played a shaky game versus Houston. They only put up
Yep.
9 points, but I'm telling you, like we've been expecting, you will see Jacksonville
They're coming.
prevail. Jacksonville
With
is
Ridley.
coming.
With
They are.
Ridley, ETN's looking better.
Christian Kirk was
Kirk.
even out there balling. I mean, I liked what I saw.
And Mahomes, I think, just got restructured to where he's making $200 million over 4 years or something,
Yeah. I
or
saw
3
that.
years. I don't know.
Well,
A lot.
let's be real. If they were going to keep these guys, they were going to have to change that contract.
Yeah.
Come on now. They were going.
Now I don't know if he's making more under this contract per year.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Really,
I don't know how the money in the NFL works, but
I'm not
either way,
sure.
they're not looking. Now again, it's the Chiefs. Rarely do they come out super strong, and they always show us that they can still ball later in the season. So we'll see.
But it's like, that's true. They've had the tendency to start slow, but when you can, I feel like when teams can prove that you have weaknesses and you can be stopped and you can be beaten, and even if that means they Kansas City beat themselves, like Detroit, they beat themselves.
Oh, big time.
But at the end of the day, they lost.
Yeah.
Detroit played a great game. Played
Yeah.
a good game versus Kansas City. I think when you can show that a team has weaknesses, you can catch them slipping later in the season.
Sure.
You can catch before Aaron Rodgers fucking tore his shit up, I would have said they could. The Bills can catch them slipping. Jacksonville can catch them slipping.
Yes.
And just because it's week 2 and it's like, all right, let's relax. But wild card round, Jacksonville's got a little more motivation to get that ball in the end zone. I don't know if the Chiefs win this game. The way that they're playing, if they were coming with this, if they were coming with the way they're playing today,
Yeah.
or on Sunday that in the wild card round, I don't know. I don't know if they win that game.
I would hope not, because I don't want to see them win anymore.
Colts versus Texans. So Anthony Richardson
goes out.
He gets concussed on his second touchdown run. Which
I think this is residual from his massive hit last week.
Okay.
I think he's already not in a great
That's true. That's true. I'll give that
injury place.
Here's the thing though. I know that some concussions are avoidable.
Yeah.
But when you watch that play, it's almost at a point where maybe in the NFL, and I feel like at this day and age, I feel like they probably are already teaching this, but we got to teach guys how to fall.
I didn't watch it.
We need to teach guys how to fall. Like, okay, for instance, in the WWE, a big thing is learning how to like learning how to fall,
Yeah.
learning how to you're going down. Here's how you
Yeah.
fall and not doing this. You know,
Ah, yes. Like the Tua thing.
so it's like if you're going down, you're falling back. You, you need to
Brace.
brace yourself. You're falling back in the end zone. It's like, bro, when Anthony Richardson goes back, he just boom, boom, boom. Like, I mean, that's 250 pounds coming down, and his head is
Yeah.
is swinging behind it. Like,
And
he
his
just
20-pound heads at the end of it.
he just smacks it on the like on the ground, and it's like, bro, these teams got to start teaching players how to fall. I don't know if you're watching it, but the
I'm getting there. I'm
it
having
just
an
seems
issue.
like a concussion that could be avoidable. But
Sure.
Gardner Minshew comes out 19 for 23, 171
Dude,
yards and a tutty.
Minshew's. Well, it is Houston, but
Gardner Minshew comes in, saves the day, 31 to 20. CJ Stroud threw 47 balls, 384 yards, two tutties, no picks. Damian Pierce had a rough day, only 31 yards.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think we all saw Jacksonville win this game. And if you would have told me Gardner Minshew had to come in and save the day after AR scored two tutties, I'd probably still go with the Colts.
Yes. Oh,
Why not?
AR. God damn
But,
AR.
but you see what I mean? I feel like there's been that's happened 100 times where guys haven't been concussed because they just fell better. They just
Like, and also when you fall, you need to learn how to not fall directly
and it's
backward.
the same thing as like knowing not to put your wrist back because like you will break your fucking arm
Yeah,
if you go back. Like,
you'll break your wrist.
fall.
But he went to brace, hit his hand, and then went straight back. Now it's spur of the moment. I don't I don't know how to fucking fall in a football game, but
Okay,
that
but if
was
but
brutal.
but I'm saying in okay in any sport
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Okay, as a just stick with football. Just as a tackle itself, you're taught
yeah,
how to safely tackle somebody to
yeah,
not injure you or the person you're. Now, injury. When I mean injury, I mean like a severe, like you're taught to know how to tackle somebody without breaking your neck, and there's
yes,
rules implemented so that you don't give another player a concussion because you decided to lead with your helmet.
yeah.
Um,
Or hurt
and like
yourself
I was
by
saying,
leading with your helmet.
like I was saying in the WWE, like the whole thing about that is you're falling on plywood. You're falling on a mat that's made out of plywood. Some people will laugh at wrestling and think it's just all fake. You can't fake certain things. There's a lot of things you
Now, I
can't
mean,
fake.
it's scripted, but the movements are
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
athletic.
outcomes are scripted. The moves, what is going to happen in the match is scripted. But when you can't script a 10-foot drop on your face, on your back,
Yeah,
on your stomach, wherever, on your side, like you learn how to fall. Now, yes, in the spur of the moment, it's obviously it's not scripted that Aaron Anthony Richardson's going to run get
you
tackled.
sure about that?
Let's be
The
real.
NFL has been putting out a
Let's
bunch of
but
anti-script out here, dude.
let's just say it's not. So maybe in his head he's
Remind me
thinking
of something
in his head
afterwards.
he's thinking score, not I need to make sure I don't fall and get concussed. But
Exactly.
if it is if it's starting to be taught to players throughout the week, throughout camp to
Yeah,
learn how to fall, it can become
yeah,
muscle memory.
exactly.
It
Where
might
he's
not
not
have to be
thinking about it
you don't
and
have to think
he's
about it, you
yeah,
know?
he's doing it.
But yeah,
But did you see the at the NFL with Tom Brady, the thing they put out?
you think I
He
would
was like he was like, "Do you really think
yeah.
that the NFL is scripted? If you would have me losing to Peyton's little brother twice?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, if it means you're going to win four more after it, you fucking piece of shit." What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, it's like, all right, Tom, would you trade your 7 rings for your 2 losses versus the Giants and Nick Foles?
No.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
No, you wouldn't.
You would not.
You would trade. He would trade a ring just to keep his 28-3 ring before trading for one of those rings. Let's
Oh
be
fuck
real.
it. He would trade that Rams ring in a
Rams ring.
heartbeat
Oh my
for
god.
that goddamn 28-3. And
Which
if anything, those fucking whatchamacallits made his story better. The two losses.
for sure. Not Tampa. Speaking of the Rams, though, Rams versus 49ers. 30-23. Christian McCaffrey eats again. I'm
Yeah.
still not too sure how Purdy is. Like right now, right
I
now,
mean, he's decent. He's good.
right now, it seems like I'm kind of sticking with my offseason take, which is Purdy's going to be okay because of the team around him.
Yeah, he's good enough to play with this team.
And
But
I don't know how far that can take you.
but then you also look at a guy like Zach Wilson, who has a great team around him. Not as good as the 49ers, but a good team. And a guy who's completely shitting the bed. So I give it up to Purdy for facilitating this team, not putting them in a place to lose.
And the Browns might not need Nick Chubb because holy shit,
Who
touchdown
is this
Cleveland.
guy?
Touchdown Cleveland.
Wait, he took that bitch all the way from the.
He is injured though. He isn't. Is that
Who is that?
Jerome Ford?
Who the fuck is that?
Anyways, sorry. So what were you saying that you got Zach Wilson, who's not as good and still has a good team around him?
Yeah, but he's losing games
But like
for
he's not
like
good.
him himself will lose a game by throwing 3 picks and by missing a bunch of throws.
Yes.
Purdy's not out here losing games for this team.
But
He's facilitating well enough.
when it becomes a game that Purdy has to win,
That is
that's
when
like we've yet to see Purdy tested.
exactly.
He has a lot to fall back on. Christian McCaffrey.
Sure, but
Christian
right now
McCaffrey,
he's not bad.
Christian McCaffrey is running like he never got like his knees are brand fucking new.
I mean, he every time he's come back.
He
Number one, he's gotten injured again, but number two, he's come back the same Christian McCaffrey.
So from from watching that game, all around San Francisco are studs, and I still don't want to count out LA. LA has a weird thing going on where.
So no touchdown, Cleveland. By the way, that was not ruled a touchdown.
What? Oh, was he down at like the 2 or something?
The ball went down at the 2 inches before the line.
Okay. Ooh, and he got stuffed. But yeah, the Rams aren't bad.
They're not bad.
The Rams are not bad at all.
And they don't have Cooper Kupp right now, if I'm not mistaken. He's out for the first 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, they do not have Cooper.
He's on the IL. And then Puka and Tutu playing well. Puka's got the most receptions by a rookie in his first 2 games ever.
He does. I mean,
I don't even know who this guy is.
Stafford is just feeding this man. But I want to say this: the Giants suck.
Oh, it's bad, dude. And Saquon just got injured. He's out for like 2-3 weeks.
The Giants suck. They come back down 21 points. And
I think I told you that. I think I told everybody that they suck.
But this was supposed to be like last year was supposed to be like the precursor for like an even better year. Yeah. What?
Not in Daniel Jones. Last year was a fluke. You remember last year when they were like they had a great first start to the season. They were like 6-1 or something dumb.
Yeah, but they won a playoff game.
Well, that's because Minnesota sucks balls.
And Deshaun Watson with the 2-point conversion. Look, the Giants were not good at all. The Cardinals should have won this game.
Oh, for sure.
The Cardinals
but again, they're not allowed to win any games this year.
They're not allowed to win any games this year. No. I think what happened was they started winning, and they were like, all right, we need to relax.
Dude, this is Josh Dobbs is playing too well right now.
But what's his name? Caleb Williams is going to stay in college if Arizona's the first pick.
Big time, I would.
He's not going back. He's going to keep making NIL money. He's not going to play for Arizona. Bro, the NIL has screwed the NFL.
Making more NIL.
The NIL has screwed the NFL.
Not college football. If anything, the NIL is wonderful
for college football. And I don't know why people assume that it wouldn't help college football, but it screwed.
But you get all these guys who are like maybe late round NFL draft picks.
But they're huge.
Who are going to make money.
But they're huge at their school.
Massive.
They're huge at their school.
Massive.
And
they're making millions.
They're making so much.
And when they get to the NFL, guess what they're making?
$15K,
$500-600K.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like a week, maybe like $20K a week.
$20K a week. You might get put on the practice squad.
Maybe
you gotta spend all your money because you're a rookie.
the NIL has completely saved college sports. Period.
I think so. There's so much more
Just because
happening in college sports
there's
now.
not such a rush to get
There's
even
no rush to
college
get out
basketball could get more exciting because the one
for
and
sure.
besides the one and done
Because
guys.
college basketball, the good teams are freshmen, sophomores,
Yeah, but then you got these juniors and these seniors who could stay for 4 years and make a shit ton of money.
and they're actually good basketball players. They're not just
Yeah,
white dudes who are tall.
so it's like I don't know what we were talking about, but Arizona loses. They're 0-2. New York is 1-1. They should be 0-2. They should not have beaten the Cardinals. And Saquon's out for 3 weeks. Dallas
Yep.
versus the Jets.
It's fucking. I can't. I mean, Dallas looked good,
Dallas
but
is
I
good.
can't tell if Dallas is decent or if the Jets are the
No,
worst team in football.
Dallas looked good. Now here's the thing though. Dallas has yet to be tested.
Yeah,
They've played the Giants
the Giants, yes, who we just
and the
talked about
Jets.
sucking,
They've played
and the
both New
Jets,
York teams, so they
and
got
they
those
put
out
up
the way.
70 points against both of them.
This is not going to be your average Dallas Cowboys outcome for this season.
Oh fuck no, dude.
I'm putting that right now. Just let's look at just I'm gonna pull up like okay. So here they play Arizona next week, so they'll have a great game next week.
Yeah.
They'll have another great game next week. They play the Patriots, which it could get a little interest in there. It could get a little interest in there, but then they got to play the Niners, and then they got to play the Chargers.
Okay, the Niners are
So
hopefully going to be their test.
we will start to see a test. But the Jets are screwed. They're not making the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers just rehab.
Which is so sad.
Aaron Rodgers, just get ready for next year, and you will be good. You will not have to worry about this season. Just come back next year fully healthy. Do your Zen shit and talk to your goblins and whatever you do.
Fucking rub stones on your Achilles or something. I
I
don't
like
know.
rocks.
Who cares? I like, hey, bitch, you want to rock?
But yeah, the Jets are screwed.
What you want to rock,
And
bitch?
we still need to see Dallas get tested. That's what
Well,
I
I
say.
mean, Dallas isn't doing shit no matter what, so I really don't care. But, I mean, yeah, Dak looked decent. Maybe he's getting better, but has he thrown a pick yet? I don't even think he's thrown a pick. So
Dak
he's on his goal.
Dak has Dak not thrown a pick this season?
I don't think he has.
Let's see, view player
It
stats.
is week 2, but
Prescott. Dak. Let's go to Dak Prescott. He has thrown 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions this game. No. Oh yeah, he has not. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions so far.
and
So
his defense has pulled
I'm
him
saying
a very long way.
they've
Micah
scored.
Parsons is an absolute weapon.
They've scored 70 points. He has thrown 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
He's
You got
thrown.
Tony Pollard, and you got a fucking dog in your whole defense.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm
They
still.
say defense wins championships, but when you got a quarterback who's not great,
We still need to see them get tested. Speaking of tested,
Kenny
you
Pickett
might.
sucks.
Kenny Pickett is so bad at football. I told you,
Now
bro. I
the
told you,
Browns
bro.
D line is crazy.
Bro, he had 4 fucking seconds before they started putting pressure. Are you
Definitely.
serious? Get the fuck out of here. The defensive line is just so. It's like, no, even when the defensive line gives him 4 seconds to make a decision, he's standing back there. Just,
And he made the wrong rollout move.
I
He
mean,
ran the wrong way.
Kenny Pickett is bad, dude.
He's really bad.
Kenny Pickett is not good at football. He's just what? Kenny Pickett is not good. But all right. Washington Commanders 2-0. How you feel?
I don't like this again.
No?
Like no. Because I'll explain. So all right, we're 2-0 for the first time since 2012. Which is 11 fucking years, dude. That is so fucking crazy.
If you put your do not disturb on, it won't affect you.
If I what?
If you put your do not disturb on, it won't affect you.
That would be very
Just
smart.
to
But
help you out.
the baseball game's dinging me right now.
The Orioles.
No, but all right. So the Orioles are good right now. Very,
Okay.
very good. We're the
Hmm.
best team in the AL. Now, I don't always like when we're good because I get a little too hyped up and I fucking get disappointed. But I'm okay with getting hyped up about the Orioles because they're fucking actually good.
Hmm.
This fucking Washington team, I do not trust at all.
No.
I
No.
don't trust Sam Howell. Yes, I trust our receivers. I think we have
Oh,
four great receivers.
but y'all
And our running
played.
backs look good too.
Your running backs look good. Your receivers look good. Sam Howell doesn't look bad. Why not? And your defense doesn't look bad. Why not
Defense
have a little
look
bit of
pretty
faith
decent.
in this team?
I want to give it till week 5 and then I
I
can have
got
some
a little
faith.
bit of faith. I think this is at least an example of what I was saying is y'all gonna have some exciting games. You're gonna have
Yes, it was an exciting game.
this. I told you this is gonna be a fun season, and it's starting off super exciting. Which honestly, what made it exciting was what almost bit your team in the ass was the comeback. Which what the hell was that?
Yeah, dude. Complacency. It was pure like, hey, we're up. What were we up? 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and y'all
Pure
completely.
complacency, and we got so fucking lucky.
And I told you, I
Number
said,
one, number one, we should not be chasing that ball down on a Hail Mary. Stay back on it.
mhm.
If anything, you can make a
Be in the
tackle.
end zone.
Be in the end zone because you can make a tackle and move forward. You standing in front and
Yeah.
just tipping the ball up ain't doing dick. Don't follow the ball. Stay in the end zone. And then we get away with a abhorrent fucking
PI.
PI.
But let's go even earlier. What won y'all the game was not letting Denver score in the red zone before that.
Yes.
The possession prior to that, they should have scored then.
Yes.
Because if that same outcome happens, then they win.
They,
Without
they
they don't
yeah, they
have
would
to.
have won.
There's no 2 point conversion.
There's
They're
no two
up.
point
So
conversion.
unless
But
y'all
we
come
made some
back with some
stops.
crazy Hail Mary, y'all made that stop, which was it was a clean stop, was a good stop, held them to the field goal.
Yep.
But yeah, that yeah, y'all
It
almost let
was
it
a
y'all,
yeah,
y'all
it
almost
was
let
a
it
it was
slide.
a fun game to watch. It was good to finally like have a game where I can like because when we went down 21-3 in the first half, I
Hmm.
was like, this is fucking so dumb. But it was good to see like some decent football come out of us. Um, and then to finish the game well was great. But again, like I don't want to have a whole lot of hype around this team until we hit 5, 6, 7 weeks because I don't. Sam Howell looked good, but again, we played Denver and we played Arizona, so I don't fucking know.
But I like y'all played better versus a better team.
We did,
How about that?
but
Y'all played a better game versus a better team.
we did.
You can't
And
you
Sean
can't be mad at
Payton
that.
chose to be a terrible head coach again,
Yeah,
yet
yeah,
again.
yeah. That too was oh my god.
Dude, he
Y'all
was wasting miles of clock
he
for no
wasted all
reason.
that time, couldn't score. The only thing that the Denver can complain about is that phantom PI, which you said it yourself. Sean Payton just can't get away from pass
From
interference,
PI.
blown PI.
No.
So,
Now
um,
this one is not nearly as egregious, but
nah, but it was
it was
it was a
definitely
PI.
there and a very easy
Um,
call too.
Sunday night football, Miami versus New England. So two things.
Yeah.
Let me start with Miami. Miami played well, played a pretty good game, but they did play a way more realistic game. Tua wasn't out here
100%.
throwing for 450 yards, and Tyreek wasn't unstoppable.
Yeah. He did have some great plays.
He had some great plays, but Jalen Waddle led the team with 86 receiving yards that game. Mostert 121 yards that game. Um,
Yeah, Mostert went dummy. 2 touchdowns, right?
what came
Or
down
one?
to this, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, what came down to this was it was 17-3.
Yeah.
New England creeped back in, and New
Yes.
England had plenty of chances to take the lead to tie the game up. Mac Jones makes horrible decisions.
Terrible decisions.
There were so many balls that Mac Jones was throwing. It was just like, what are we doing here? What
It's just bad.
like? And I get it. Like okay, I'm watching like Kenny Pickett play, and it's like okay, he's just not playing good at all. Mac Jones, like he was playing well under pressure. He was extending some plays. He was. I was like, okay. But then there was just moments where they got in their own territory. They got in the red zone, and it's just like he was just fuck it, like whatever. Like it's just his decision making just. So really, what came down to this was Mac Jones really just not the best decision maker at times, especially when it really matters. But I
Yes.
do believe New England can still be stubborn. I do believe that New England played better than expected versus Miami. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, Miami took a huge lead, 17-3, and then New England made it a game. Um, but Miami still pretty good. I'm Tua obviously like I said, Miami played a much more realistic game that I would expect from them. A good game from
Yes.
Miami, something like this: 249 from Tua, a touchdown, an interception. Now Mostert going crazy. All right, maybe we'll talk about maybe it's not all the time, but you know
No, but that was a big game for him. But I mean, Patriots D looked, I don't know, decent. Stopped some of the pass, but
they looked okay, and their offense is surprisingly better than I thought.
the Pats offense isn't terrible. But it's not, again, it's not something that's like late in the season is going to blow a team out or put a team away.
But they
That's
with I like I'm still sticking with they will be a problem, especially for their
yeah,
own division.
sure.
Um,
Yeah,
but
they can definitely be a nuisance. Maybe not the Bills if the Bills get hot, but
let's get to this
the
Monday
Jets
night.
for sure.
Let's get to this Monday night football.
Yeah.
First
Uh,
game, obviously,
Saints beat the Panthers.
obviously we're gonna cover the Browns and Steelers once it's over, but um, the Saints beat the Panthers, and
Yeah.
now you picked Carolina, which I will give it to you. Your only ones that were wrong were Green Bay, Detroit, the Chargers, and Carolina.
Yeah, I
Which
wasn't. I was pretty locked in this week.
now I'm not gonna lie, I wanted you know, and you said it on last episode. I wanted to pick Washington.
Yeah, no.
I didn't, and it was just only because like Brandon was just like, bro, like come on, and I was like, why is Washington winning? You're like, I don't know, and I was like,
Yeah, no.